Hello everyone, and welcome back to Jesse Hecht Creative. Today we're going over the third Sonic the Hedgehog 3 Movie Collection 5-pack, featuring Sonic, Gerald Robotnik, Super Shadow, Burrito Drone, and Buzz Bomber from Jakks Pacific. Before we begin, leave a like, hit subscribe, and comment below your favorite figure in this review. It really helps out the channel. Now let's get to it. Here is the box for the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 Movie Collection 5-pack, once again with similar figures. We have Sonic, Gerald, Super Shadow, and 2 Badniks, as well as the movie cast over here with Shadow, Tails, Knuckles, and Sonic himself. On the bottom, we have some legalese. On the bottom of the box, we have some even more legalese and a barcode in case you need to find this, as well as on the top, we have Movie Collection, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and a window for the figures. And on the back, we have the Movie Collection right over here, as well as all the figures: Sonic, Buzz Bomber, Gerald Robotnik, Super Shadow, and Burrito Drone, and the 5-inch figures that I can't wait to get. On one side, we have Shadow's menacing eyes, as well as the logo and Movie Collection with Jakks. On the other side, we have Shadow the Hedgehog himself in all his glory. Now let's take a look at this Movie Collection, Part 3. We've seen this Sonic the Hedgehog figure before, but it never hurts to go over it again. I actually like this face sculpt and paint scheme a lot. They look great, the smile is wonderful, and the texture for the quills on the back is always nice to see. Really great on that, and the paint is good too, with the swivel all the way around. It's a great Sonic head sculpt, I love it. The body looks great too. I like the holding hand as well as the gripping hand over here. They're both great, and this tuft of fur on the stomach is awesome and painted really well, with the quills on the back being nice too, and the articulation's good, going up and down and then all the way around for both arms. It's great, and it's just awesome. And the legs are just plain old straight, but they work really well. I like these legs a lot, and the shoes are excellent too, with the great paint on them. Y'all love to see it. It looks nice. With good articulation, swiveling, as well as going up really far and back really far. You get a good running pose out of this guy. Sonic is a great figure for this collection. The Buzz Bomber Badnik is up next, and I really love how this one looks. The mold is the same from the second movie, but it's still really cool with minor paint differences. We get some reds at the stinger as well as the eye over here, and we also get some jet thrusters on the sides that look really cool and kind of wing things too up here. It's just awesome, and the mold's really cool. With the legalese being in print, you could barely see it. This is great. And for articulation, you do get a swivel at the base as well as a swivel at the sort of hip area, going back and forth a little bit and side to side too. It's on a ball joint, as well as a little bit of swivel over here and a little bit of up and down for the head. It's just great. And the Burrito Drone is a really dumb figure that my camera just won't focus on. We've seen this before in a different 2-pack, and honestly, it's kind of trash. Take out the burrito and maybe we'll talk, Jakks, but it's fine. You get a swivel over here and that's basically it. Dumb. The Buzz Bomber stands at about 1 3/4 inches tall, Sonic stands at about 2.5 inches tall, and the Burrito Drone stands at about 1 3/4 inches taller. So next to Movie 2 Sonic and Shadow, next to Tails and Pilot Tails, next to Movie 2 and 3 Knuckles, and next to Stone and Ivo Robotnik. And here they are next to Movie 2 and 3 Super Sonic. Gerald has an interesting head sculpt here. His face looks downright bored, and it's actually pretty hilarious. I love how big the mustache is, too, and the eyebrows. It's really funny. His nose is also slightly red or something that's kind of weird, and the rest of his head is bald. The ears look pretty good. It's kind of lumpy in the back, weirdly enough, but it's a decent enough head sculpt, at least for Gerald. And we do get a swivel, at least, pretty much going all the way around. Not really up or down or side to side, but hey, it's good to have a Gerald figure, at least, I guess. The body is enclosed in this large lab coat that looks pretty cool, actually. I like the buttons painted on it. At least they're pretty good, and the undershirt is nice as well. This tag is great too. And zooming in on the name tag, it actually says Doctor, and I think it says Gerald Robotnik 2 on there as well. That's really awesome. Very impressive to see this on there. Well done, Jakks. He has a gripping hand on one side, and the lab coat looks pretty good over here, at least. And on the other side, he has a little watch that they just painted on. It's really great. It shines well, and it's super cool, and the other arm looks good too. And on the back, we have some nice sweeping kind of lab coat little ruffles that are nice to see as well. This is actually a pretty good body and very decent. It's also very fat. And we do get up pretty far and down pretty far and all the way around with both arms. There isn't any wrist or hand articulation, but hey, I can take what I can get. Wait, this one's moving a little bit actually. That's pretty cool. Oh my god, the watch is over there. That's nuts. The legs though are kind of a mess. The figure is very front heavy with that gut, and it's super hard to get him to stand, but I do think these are painted well and have good colors at least. I like the feet too. The shoes are good. I just find it weird that he's wearing two different shoes for some reason, unless this one wasn't really, sculpted that well, but they look like two different shoes from the bottom. It's pretty weird to see. And the pants are just your normal khakis. Hey, I wear khakis. That's pretty cool, but they look really nice. I like the color scheme on them, and they do have a swivel as well as a hinge out really far. Good scratching for him. And you can also go pretty far up, but the lab coat does get in the way, and pretty nicely back at least. But that out, let me tell you, he can dance like a doctor. Like a doctor. Gerald stands at about 3 to 3 1/4 inches taller, so. Next to movie 2 and 3 Sonic, next to Tails and Pilot Tails, next to movie 2 and 3 Knuckles, next to the Buzz Bomber and Burrito Drone, and next to movie 2 and 3 Super Sonic. And next to Agent Stone and Ivor Robotnik. You'd think for two characters being played by the same actor, they'd have the same height at least. I don't know. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and hit the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. Super Sonic, Super Shadow's head sculpt is really nice. I love the eyes are really cool with the sort of eye shadow on there. It's great. The nose is painted really well, and that frown is awesome too. But what I really love is this paint on his quills in the back. It's just amazingly done. Really nice to see. It's almost like war paint. And Shadow, he's ready for battle. Adventure 2. And you do get a swivel all the way around over here. It works out really nicely for the figure. The body for Super Shadow is the same as before. Same sculpt, but different paint. Man, it's just gorgeous. I love the coloration for him too. It's wonderful. The inhibitor rings are great. I wish we could take them off. That'd be really cool. I also like this little spike of red up here, and the paint is pretty decent on that for the fist as well as the holding hand over here. It's wonderful, but kind of bad over here, honestly. Ugh. The tuft of white up here is really nice as well, and the quills in the back are great too, and he also has nice articulation going up this far and down and then all the way around for both arms, and it's just so nice to see Super Shadow. It's great! And the air shoes are painted really nicely over here, as well as the legs with those little red spikes on them. I don't like this though. That's a bummer. Shoot, that's pretty bad, honestly. But even the bottoms have paint, and even the holes in the bottoms are incorporated into the air shoe portion. It's so nice. It's just really well painted, except for this dumb thing, but I can live with it, I guess. The legs are cool too. We also get a swivel over here, as well as up pretty far. You can go all the way around, and back pretty far. You can go all the way around with that, and a good running pose. Yeah, Shadow's ready to rock, guys. Let's go. Super Shadow stands at about 2 3/4 inches taller, so. Next to movie 2 and 3 Sonic, next to Tails and Pilot Tails, next to movie 2 and 3 Knuckles, next to Buzz Bomber and Burrito Drone, next to Agent Stone and Shadow, and I'm sorry I don't have any revenge guac for this review, next to Ivo and Gerald Robotnik, and next to movie 2 and 3 Super Sonic. And as far as posability goes, you can get this figure into a variety of poses with and without the accessories, and I gotta say, it's pretty fun to pose this figure around in a cool way. And here's the entire cast of the films in 2.5-inch form. We have Sonic, Ivor Robotnik, Agent Stone, Tails, Knuckles, Super Sonic, Shadow, Gerald Robotnik, and Super Shadow. Awesome. Overall, 2.5-inch. You're no 5-inch. Movie 3 Sonic took me a while to warm up to, but I really like this figure a lot. The face is great as well as the paint, and the body is pretty good too. The Buzz Bomber is great as always, with some minor paint improvements for the movie 2 version, and the Burrito Drone is just sucky as always, but I do like the stand though. It's a good stand. And Gerald is a surprisingly decent figure with a lot of detail on him, especially that badge, but I gotta say he's very front heavy and falls over all the time, so I have to keep readjusting him to get him to stand. And Super Shadow, as always, is the best. I just love this figure a lot, but watch out for the paint, because sometimes it may be not that great with the one you're getting, so be careful. If you're a fan of the third Sonic movie, 2.5-inch figures, or super-powered hedgehogs in general, then you'll love these figures. They're all great, but I would highly recommend getting a few of these packs at least to make sure the paint is great before opening. But make no mistake, these 5 packs shine brightest, even though the 5-inch figures are better. So which figure here is your favorite? Sonic the Hedgehog, the bad Badniks, Gerald Robotnik, or Super Shadow? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Hecht Creative. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also visit us at jessehechtcreative.com for more reviews like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and keep being creative. Stay tuned.